like it was in regards to Heather Graham. She was a lead psychiatrist, just normal psychiatrist, normal life, married, just a basic, just normal, affluent life. She's like doing really well. They was doing really well. Sex life could have been a little bit more riveting in the bedroom from what it appears.
She was like,
so actually that's how it started. She was, she was infatuated, turned on by this young guy. She at first was trying to lead it behind that he would be an interesting test subject, but then when she wanted to run to his house later, now like, oh.
Right. She knew what she was doing.
Yep, it goes from that to it's more like witchcraft incantation of body swapping. That's kind of like with the body jumping. I don't even want to say body. It starts off with body swapping until after the third effect it becomes full term, and then you have to kind of end the other previous body inhabitant life, decapitate and burn. So
yeah,
it lives through that, and then it goes back and forth. Basically, how does somebody know if you jump body? Can you tell them certain particular points that they'll know that it's you? And it goes through that. It goes through similar this entity. Let's just put it like that, because we see him as starting off an old man, but he informs us that dude, he don't even know how long in body. He don't know if he could have been a woman to begin with, or even a man, but I do like what they were like. The future is female.
yeah, he was like, "Oh no, I want that body."
but it showed interesting because it showed from the point if a man was experience pleasure as a woman. That's the way it really was when she had got with her husband. You seem like, like this is what it really feels like, from the woman perspective of having sex. It was really good. So she had a friend at the end. Basically, could she stop the body jumping? How can you really determine? Because they tried to, psychiatrists thinking it was just a mental, sociopath, schizophrenia. That's how they was trying to dictate it. But then the more they start looking, so that's it. That is the quick and dirty. So that I think it's interesting to see. It was at limited theaters. I saw it on Amazon Prime. Had to buy it on Amazon Prime, but it was really good. Now it has some plot hole, but we're gonna cover that at the end of some of there were a few little things in the storyline that didn't add up. That made it just a few. But Nae-Nae, I don't know, give your take, because like I said, what was your first impression of after watching the movie?
Well, like you said, it definitely, it was one of them shows that you had to you didn't know what to expect next, because it was like always a jump moment, but it wasn't a predictable jump moment. And I think that's why I liked it about it. It was like, oh, is it him? Is he her? Is it, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, I love the fact that they had it as psychiatrist as the main character. Of course, it's like logic versus spiritual type of thing going on. Yep. Yeah. It was like logic versus spiritual, because like he's literally telling you, hey, I'm in this person's body. She's like, you're just schizophrenic. No, I mean, you just traumatize yourself to the point. He's just like, I'm literally telling you. So I liked it that like some stuff just is, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of cool.
But I like I like the transference when they were switching body, how they was like shaking, and when they were I thought that was a unique way of doing it. That where they switch bodies, and I was like, well, I think you had a seizure. I don't know.
Yeah, they can't say seizure, and it's like, baby, this spiritual, okay? This is and like you said, with the main character, the dude, I forget, Asa. I loved his character. The actor himself, he did great with portraying he the one that had to do like 3 different emotions. He had to be the dad, himself, and her. So I think he did really great with making it clear he's different. I love that. So yeah, like overall, I enjoyed it. Like I said, a couple plot holes, but overall, it was a fun watch, because you're just like, oh, yeah.
Because the plot holes, as you referenced, is that it was just a storyline of basically how they could like body jump. It seemed like whatever the entity was, and this is definitely you're going into like spoiler mode. That's how come we got the hater blockers on. Like,
yeah.
Spoiler alert. Is that you see this book. I call it a Necronomicon. A book of the dead,
Really?
witchcraft, or however it may be. And I did see like some creature laying on the altar, but it just had like different, I guess, kind of these demon entities, and I guess maybe different one. But it was on this particular one. But I don't know if this entity like just owned the books and could do way more things, or was it just one particular spell he was using? I'm thinking maybe it had been like one particular spell in this book that it was using to jump, like to jump from body to body. But it seemed like when you talk about the old man, I'm guessing his father, which I don't think. Just anyway,
I think like you said, I think it was his dad, but like the thing that jumped in him and lived in him for so long, you know, he's like, my dad is gone.
Which makes it strange. Like, why in the world did he stay in that body to be that old, that long when he can just jump? That didn't add up. That didn't add up. But beyond that, like I said, the process of hopping, like initially they supposed to get a little bit of your blood.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're supposed to be able to do this incantation, saying the first time it's like the hard. And it was good in the essence of how they showed when him and her was like said, were in the process of having sex, and they both jumped. And she was like, "Oh my God, I feel like
you hit me." He was like, "I was like, no, not like that."
So, I was like, but that was a good point. But it was a plot because when the final at the beginning, when the father finally jumped into the boy's body and they had thought he had killed him, he had to like grab the boy by the head and whisper the incantation so he could hear it. And so then they jumped by it. But then later, almost at the end, they were in two totally separate places, without trying to give y'all too much spoil. But then he just said the words way somewhere else, and then it just like no, because you just show like because they had to throughout the film had to call for the person to hear. So that the end, when they just made it seem like the final transformation or transferring, what he way down below in the bottom building, she way at the top. You can't just say it at the bottom and then just somehow. And that took off because like no, it would have been better if they had just portrayed it that somehow she came down or something happened where he had to hear it, or maybe on the intercom.
Or intercom.
Keep that premise going. You can't sit up there and say, "Oh, in this particular instance," and then, like I said, they had this big old blade, ceremonial blade, and you think like when he initially cut her in the beginning, you think like, "Oh," because the book absorbed her blood. You think like, "Oh, so that's how you have to take into it," but it didn't, because in the end, when he was fighting, just the two psychiatrist women were fighting, struggle fest, sisterhood.
Right, I saw that. I was like, "Cat fight."
They had to ain't it when they were fighting. She just scratched her, and then they were able to do the incantation. So those, so a few of the things that was off about it. That's what the process of transfer should have been like more standard instead of just seeing like it just we didn't know it just make it happen. And so I was glad the security guard got shot because he was just acting stupid. And I was like,
bro, I was like, look at you,
shoot him.
No sympathy. I was like, well, you see these folks going crazy. I said, "What you?" You said, "I don't know, Pop." Well,
okay.
It could have been avoided.
We gonna go but the popcorn, it is worth the popcorn. I don't got my over Redenbacher, but it was really good. It was beyond those just a few little tidbits. It was really good in terms of the sexuality, in terms of seeing the psyche from the male and female perspective, to seeing
the logic versus spirit.
Yes, it was really well. It was, and then Hollywood didn't intervene at the end, but I think they could have made it a little bit better. I mean, it ended like it should have, but just how they got to that point, kind of like, okay.
It didn't leave the that you was expecting.
That's it.
Yeah, so, I know what you mean.
Because I was expecting it was just like, oh no, and it was just like just blaze, and it kind of like did kind of give you the sense like this thing just have always done this just throughout time. So even at the end, he was like, okay.
Yeah, but like it was kind of predictable when she, that was predictable. But it was cool though. I still loved it. She killed it.
But I think at the end, the way she was touching the husband, she won the second round with that husband. She was like,
I bet she was.
I was like, she gonna go, but she gonna get. Cause he was looking like y'all supposed to be like best friend. Oh no, she gonna slip back over. She gonna slide back in them DMs.
She was like, we were more than just family. We were friends.
That
nigga smashed his hands.
I was like, when she said, I'm like, that's backward, right? You was more than friends. You were family, but you said we were more than family. We were friends. I'm like, I think that's why he looked at like, well, what?
That was a little keynote. Oh, baby, we weren't that close. Okay. No, we were friends. All right, friends. Child.
All right, y'all.
Oh, I liked it. The little detail. Sorry, last thing. It was a little detail at the beginning with the boy when she came to the house and everything. His shirt had the It wasn't a pentagram, but it had the like. I want to say Star of David, but I'm not sure. I was like, that was a good little touch.
I think
that
it
they
was a
added.
pentagram. No, I think it was a pentagram.
Yeah, the pentagram. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah, I saw it, but then I didn't. When you see, it was there. It was there, and I was like,
I like they were giving us little keynotes like this was some spiritual stuff going on. All right, they were like,
when you saw the book, you knew it wasn't just them trying to act like this was like skit. You knew it wasn't. You knew instantly. Oh, dude, this is what they is. Okay, yeah. The popcorn is popping. Everything is good. This My Emotion got the dark side because it was good. Only like I said, those minor plot holes didn't really take away from it. A really good movie. So that's it. We're gonna wrap it up. Nae-Nae, take us away.
Remember, everyone, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll keep you updated and posted on the latest and upcoming films. Thank you.
All right, y'all. We done told you we think the popcorn is popping. So with this and many more, we're gonna keep on remembering to my peeps to keep the popcorn popping.
Pop, 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 pop. We gotta keep it popping.
Too many pops.
Oh, too many pops. Oh, I don't deserve that many. They get a pop.